Hi guys, welcome to another SNES Foods video. Today we're going to be making a South African favorite, Biltong. Our main ingredient that we need is obviously some good steak. We'll also be using some Biltong spice. This is from Safari. 6-gun grill to add a bit of kick. And me, I prefer adding a little bit more Kashmiri chili powder. We'll also need a cup of vinegar and Worcester sauce. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so your steak, try to get a bit of a thicker cut. Ask your butcher to give you a bit of a thicker cut for biltong. Best steak to use would be silver side or even top side. To prepare your steak, the first thing we're going to do is we need to cut it into strips about 3 or 4 centimeters wide, depending on how thick. The thicker your biltong is going to be, the longer it's going to take to dry. There we go, that's our steak, ready for the spicing. Get yourself a bowl, add in your vinegar. Okay, so that was 1 cup of brown vinegar, some Worcester sauce, maybe about 2 tablespoons. What we're going to do is dip the meat in the vinegar and Worcester sauce mix. Okay, so what the vinegar and Worcester sauce does is the Worcester sauce helps tenderize the meat, and the vinegar helps prevent mold growing on the meat. We don't want to leave it too long in the vinegar because that will make it a bit more sour. You guys might have seen that I did not trim off the fat on the meat. That's because we like the fat, but the choice is yours. You can trim the meat or leave it. Okay, that is all done. The next step would be to season the meat. I like to use a large tray for this. It makes it easier with the spicing. Just spread out your spicing on the tray. Normally most recipes call for adding salt. I do not add salt because the spicing itself has enough salt in it. And some Kashmiri chili powder just to add a little kick to the meat that you can add to your taste. Just mix it all up nicely. And we just start rolling the meat in it. Make sure to coat all sides of the meat. There we go. One done. We'll repeat it with all the meat. When laying out your meat, try to lay it out flat. Okay, there we go. The meat is all done, nice and spiced, well done all around. Close it off nicely and put it in the refrigerator overnight. See you again tomorrow. Hi guys, welcome back. It's day 2. It's been 24 hours that our biltong has been in the refrigerator. I've just taken it out. As you can see, it's nicely soaked. As you can have a look, there's a bit of liquid which I'm going to drain out. I'll be back shortly. Hi guys, so I'm back. I've drained the meat and now we're ready to hang it. I've got my biltong box. This is a box that I've bought many years back, but it's still available at most retail outlets. The box comes with these plastic hooks which are ideal for hanging the meat. To hang the meat, we take it from the long end and just the hooks go easily through because they have a little sharp point, and then we just hang it in the box. Remember, the meat should not touch each other or the sides of the box. You need to allow a little bit of space so that the air flows around enough to dry the meat out. Remember, when you're hanging your meat, it is going to shrink, and biltong normally shrinks between 40 to 60% of its original weight, depending on how dry you like the meat. A lot of people, what they do is weigh out each piece of meat and put a little tag on the hook with the original weight. Once it's done, after a few days, weigh it again and see if it meets that 40 to 60%, and it will let you know when the meat is ready. I, on the other hand, just like to bite off a piece and taste it. So let's go. And our last piece. There we go, and we are done. The meat is now hanged. The box On the inside has a place for a light bulb and it has a fan. If you're using a light bulb, you need to use the old incandescent bulbs. The simple reason is the light bulb is used to create heat, which dries the air out. I've never had to use a bulb because up here in Gauteng, the air is quite dry and the meat dries well enough. If you're in a more humid area, you might want to use a light bulb. You don't want the meat to dry too quickly as well because it will get dry on the outside but stay wet on the inside. Just plugged it in and you can hear the fan is going. Now we just sit and wait. One thing I needed to mention is yesterday I used some commercial spices. I'm not sponsored by anybody. There's many options of spices to use. Make the biltong according to your taste. I do have another recipe where I make my own spices using roasted coriander and black pepper. If you want to see that recipe, let me know in the comments and I'll do another video with the homemade spices. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's been 3 days that we had our biltong drying. Let's check it out. Looks nice and dry and ready. Can't wait to eat. What do you think? Looks good, eh? There we go. Now for the taste test. Nice and dry, perfectly done. As simple as that. If I can do it, so can you.